Brought to you by Penguin.
The Secret of Secrets by Dan Brown. Read by Paul Michael.
To my editor and best friend, Jason Kaufman, without whom writing these novels would be nearly impossible, and a lot less fun. The day science begins to study non-physical phenomena, it will make more progress in 1 decade than in all the previous centuries. Nikola Tesla. Fact: all artwork, artifacts, symbols, and documents in this novel are real. All experiments, technologies, and scientific results are true to life. All organizations in this novel exist. Prologue. I must have died, the woman thought. She was drifting high above the spires of the old city. Beneath her, the illuminated towers of St. Vitus Cathedral glowed on a sea of twinkling lights. With her eyes, if she still had eyes, she traced the gentle slope of Castle Hill down into the heart of the Bohemian capital, following the labyrinth of winding streets that lay shrouded in a fresh blanket of snow. Prague. Disoriented, she strained to make sense of her predicament. I am a neuroscientist, she reassured herself. I am of sound mind. That second statement, she decided, was questionable. The only thing Dr. Brigitte Gessner knew for certain at the moment was that she was suspended over her home city of Prague. Her body was not with her. She was without mass and without form, and yet the rest of her, the real her essence, her consciousness, seemed to be quite intact and alert, floating slowly through the air in the direction of the Vltava River. Gessner could recall nothing from her recent past except a faint memory of physical pain, but her body now seemed to consist only of the atmosphere through which she was floating. The sensation was unlike anything she had ever experienced. Against her every intellectual instinct, Gessner could find only one explanation. I have died. This is the afterlife. Even as the notion materialized, she rejected it as absurd. The afterlife is a shared delusion, created to make our actual life bearable. As a physician, Gessner was intimately familiar with death, and also with its finality. In medical school, while dissecting human brains, Gessner came to understand that all those personal attributes that made us who we are, our hopes, fears, dreams, memories, were nothing but chemical compounds held in suspension by electrical charges in our brains. When a person died, the brain's power source was severed, and all of those chemicals simply dissolved into a meaningless puddle of liquid, erasing every last trace of who that person had once been. When you die, you die. Full stop. Now, however, as she drifted over the symmetrical gardens of Wallenstein Palace, she felt very much alive. She watched the snow falling around her, or through her, and oddly she sensed no cold at all. It was as if her mind were simply hovering in space, with all reason and logic intact. I have brain function, she told herself, so I must be alive. All Gessner could conclude was that she was now in the throes of what medical literature termed an OBE, out-of-body experience, a hallucination that occurred when critically injured patients were resuscitated after clinically.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?